Vashingtonda Falastin ozodligi uchun qilinayotgan namoyishlardamiz hozir. Xalq orasida ayni damda o'nlab ming odam namoyishda hisoblar bo'yicha mamlakatning turli burchaklaridan kelgan, ya'ni Amerikaning 50 shtati va poytaxti Vashingtondan, hatto Kanadadan kelganlar ham bor bu yerda. Va agar biz o'tgan dam olish kunlarida ham shunday Falastin uchun, qolaversa Isroil uchun namoyishlarda bo'lgan bo'lsak, bunisi eng kattasi hozirgacha kuzatilgan. Va aynan Falastin ahli manfaatlari uchun, G'azo uchun ko'chaga chiqqan odamlar orasidamiz. Bu lavhalarimizning ikkinchisi bu yerdan.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Turli irq vakillari, turli elat, din vakillarini ko'ryapmiz bu yerda. Ya'ni G'azo ahli boshdan kechirayotgan azob uqubatni tushunish uchun arab bo'lish yoki musulmon bo'lish shart emas deydi bu namoyishchilar. Hatto turli nasroniy guruhlar ham shu yerda, universitet talabalari, asosiy qatnashuvchilar, nafaqaxo'rlar, siyosiy jihatdan faol amerikaliklar, musulmon tashkilotlari, ularning hamkorlari, yahudiylar ham bor. Muhojirlar albatta katta sonni tashkil etadi. Darhol to'xtasin degan talablar bu yerda yangramoqda. Bilasiz, bu talab kunlardan beri yangrab kelyapti. Lekin Isroil va Qo'shma Shtatlar agar o'q otishni to'xtatadigan bo'lsak, hujumlarni to'xtasa, bu Hamasga kuch beradi deb kelmoqda va hozir Qo'shma Shtatlar muayyan hududlarga vaqtincha hujumlarni to'xtatish taklifini olg'a surgan. Muhokamada hamon qaror qilinmagan. Ayni damda AQSh davlat kotibi Efirning yaqin sharqda Isroil, Falastin va qo'shni yurtlardagi hamkorlar bilan gaplashmoqda. Urush davom etmoqda. G'azoda o'lganlar soni 9300 ga yaqinlashgan bugungi hisoblar bo'yicha.
Watch your step. Take that step, you go.
I know.
Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. I need you louder.
He's poking me.
What do we want? I can't hear you. What do we want?
Turli nurtured critical analysis within students and fine-tuned their organizing skills at UC Berkeley, articulating the common enemy of imperialism and state violence and uniting the Black liberation struggle with the broader anti-imperialist fight in the global South. Students on university campuses have been the engine driving the anti-imperialist struggle, be it SNCC, the General Union of Palestinian Students, or Students for a Democratic Society. Our role has perpetually been to advance the movement's political line and challenge the status quo. Just a few decades later at that same university, students organized mass rallies, boycotts, and sit-ins to demand that the University of California system that has $3 billion invested in apartheid South Africa. Not long after, the first chapter of Students for Justice in Palestine, and later, the first national SJP conference, was founded at Berkeley. But the campus struggle was not limited to Berkeley. Generations of students across Turtle Island have fought for justice in service of dozens of interconnected struggles. This work has developed through the leadership of over 250 powerful SJP chapters and counting, maintaining the legacy of the student movement and building unrelenting mass power. But why are students key to the cause? It's because our campuses and institutions are microcosms of U.S. empire. When students use our political education and institutional platform to resist the narrative and propaganda of the empire, the cracks in supposed U.S. democracy begin to widen. It is precisely because of this historic and ongoing legacy of the student movement as a threat to the interests of U.S. empire that the state seeks to censor and suppress SJPs. Despite the relentless attempts at repression, organized tens and thousands of students on hundreds of campuses in defense of our people in Gaza who face U.S.-backed genocide by the Zionist state. We are the current and future leaders of our movement and the architects of a more just world. The torch has been passed, and it is our duty to keep it burning, to continue the fight until justice prevails and liberation is realized. Students, remain steadfast in your fight for Palestinian freedom. Now is the time for unified divestment. Now is the time for academic boycott. We must remain resolute in our demand for an immediate ceasefire to the end of the bombardment on genocide in Gaza, an end to U.S. military aid to the Zionist entity, and an end to the university complicity in the colonization of Palestine. Until liberation, we uplift the demands of our fellow speakers and remain determined to fight for free Palestine on our campuses and in our communities. From the river to the sea.
All the way from Chicago, from the Arab Women's Committee, our dear friend, Basoon.
السلام عليكم أخواتي أخواني أيها الجمع العظيم. بالأصالة عن نفسي وبالنيابة عن لجنة المرأة العربية أحييكم جميعا تحية فلسطينية من أعماق قلوبنا حين نرى هذا الحشد الكبير الهائل القادم من آلاف الأميال ليضم صوته للحق والعدالة والحرية. اسمي ميسون أبو غربية، ممثلة عن لجنة المرأة التي تأسست عام 2005 والتي قد قامت على تأسيسها الأخت المناضلة رسمية عودة، حيث ساهمت في بناء قيادة نسائية للعمل على تطوير وتثقيف وتحسين أوضاع المرأة في الجالية العربية في شيكاغو. لقد قمنا بتنظيم عدة مسيرات للمطالبة بوقف العقاب الجماعي والتطهير العرقي والتهجير القسري للشعب الفلسطيني في غزة، حيث شارك فيها عشرات من الآلاف من مختلف المجتمع من العرب والأمريكان والسود، إضافة إلى عدد من الجالية اليهودية المعادين للصهيونية. من العمر 6 سنوات طعنا بالسكين في شيكاغو. واليوم نحن هنا كجالية عربية أمريكية نطالب بالوقف الفوري الدعم السياسي والعسكري والمالي لدولة الاحتلال الصهيوني العنصرية التي ترتكب جرائم حرب ضد المدنيين العزل من الأطفال والنساء والشيوخ، وقصف المنازل والمساجد والكنائس والمدارس، حتى المستشفيات لم تسلم من القصف. ومع استمرار الحصار المطلق على جميع قطاع غزة بلا ماء ولا طعام ولا وقود ولا دواء منذ 28 يوما، وهذا عقاب جماعي يخالف كل القوانين والأعراف الدولية فحسب، بل إن الحكومة الأمريكية تقدم 5 مليارات دولار سنويا دعما لإسرائيل، والآن تطالب ب14 مليار دولار لاستمرار الحرب الدموية التي أدت إلى مقتل أكثر من 10,000 فلسطيني، معظمهم من الأطفال والنساء، وقصف الأحياء المدنية وتدميرها بالكامل. عربية، عاشت فلسطين حرة عربية، عاشت فلسطين حرة عربية. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Resistance until victory! Resistance
Until victory!
Resistance
Until victory!
Resistance
Until victory!
Resistance
Until victory!
We now are honored that hundreds of thousands of people are in D.C. today for Palestine! I don't know where they keep coming from, but they keep coming. But we need to make space for them, my friends. We're asking people to keep moving south, to keep moving so that more people can come in. We now want to invite the very courageous comrades of the Palestinian Feminist Collective and their friend who's coming with them, Susan Sarandon.
We are here on behalf of the Palestinian Feminist Collective. As feminists, we know that the genocidal violence being waged against our people is a continuation of the Nakba. The intention of Zionism has always been to erase us, to erase every one of us, to rip our babies out of the wombs of their mothers, to suffocate us and starve us, to separate us from each other, to cut off our bloodlines. And yet we're still here. And we're gonna stay here 100 years since imperialists met and colluded to steal and divide our lands, to take away our sovereignty, to kill us. We continue to refuse this brutal assault on our people and land. We continue to resist because resistance is an act of love for our people and our life and our land.
over 10,000 Palestinians have been martyred, and 70% of those killed in this genocide thus far are women and children. Today in Gaza, there are 500,000 displaced Palestinian women and girls. 50,000 pregnant women are waiting to give birth, with 5,500 expected to deliver next month, without water, without food, without fuel, without life-saving medicine or medical equipment. Shame! Women have resorted to taking birth control pills to stop their menstrual cycles because of the lack of sanitary pads. Shame! This targeting of indigenous women's bodies and sexualities is woven into the genocidal fabric of Israeli settler colonialism. But our love and care for each other, our insistence to live, our persistence to give birth to the next generation of Palestinians on our homeland, to hold ground amidst the most unlivable conditions, is a testament to the fact that we refuse to die quietly. We refuse the terms of our banishment. We are a people who teach life and keep creating life in spite of genocide through our revolutionary love. Our love for each other and our love for our homeland. And that love is something the colonizer can never take away from us. To know this, to feel this love deeply, is to know that we have already won.
Down, please. Take care of each other, look out for each other. There's a Palestinian flag on the rooftop of that building. It's wild. Look around, y'all.
Those were the boys that was just up here.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! We're gonna bring up Ahmed Abu Zunaid from the U.S. Campaign for Palestinian Rights. Make some noise.
We say no. Repeat after me. We say no.
We say no.
Genocide Joe.
Genocide Joe.
We say no.
We say no.
Genocide Joe.
Genocide Joe.
We say no.
We say no.
Genocide Joe.
Genocide Joe.
My name is Ahmed Abu Zunaid and I represent the U.S. Campaign for Palestinian Rights. We're a network of organizations, organizers, and activists that are fighting for a ceasefire and to end all U.S. support of the genocidal state of Israel. I would like to share a piece of a poem with you. This poem is titled Enemy of the Sun, and it was written by Palestinian poet Samih Al-Qasim. Now, for decades, this poem was thought to be written by Black Panther Party member George Jackson. It was discovered in his prison cell. The assumption that this was written by a Black Panther Party member like George Jackson tells us that the parallels that we see with the injustice in this country is directly connected to what we see in Falastin. Shout out to the Black Power movement. Shout out to the Black radical tradition. We see you. Now for a piece from the poem. You may put out the light in my eyes. You may deprive me of my mother's kiss. You may curse my father, my people. You may distort my history. You may deprive my children of a smile and of life's necessities. You may fool my friends with a borrowed face. You may build walls of hatred around me. You may glue my eyes to humiliations, oh enemy of the sun, but I shall not compromise. And to the last pulse in my veins,
favorite chants from back in the days with the Dream Defenders to you. So I need you all to participate. Repeat after me. I believe that we will win. 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 Thank you. God bless you. Free Palestine.
Next up, we have Brother Nihad Awad from the Council on American Islamic Relations. Please give him a warm round of applause.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be to you. My name is Nihad Awad. I'm the Executive Director of CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations. The nation's largest Muslim civil rights and advocacy organization with about 35 offices nationwide. Part of what we do every day is to defend the rights of American Muslims and pro-Palestine activists. Those activists who have been subjected to hate crimes, Islamophobic attacks, who have been fired from their jobs, discriminated against, and those who their rights to speak have been stifled, whether in schools or on university campuses. I tell all of you, we hear you and we are with you. You are not alone. The people of Gaza, the children of Gaza, rely on your voices, on your activism, and do not be scared, do not be intimidated by the university officials or the governors of your state when they declare that your activism is illegal. The organization is 501c3. A non-profit organization may not be able to make the following statement. So now, let me speak to you in my personal capacity as a Palestinian American Muslim. From the beginning of the bombardment of Gaza, we spoke to President Biden the language of logic, the language of law, the language of humanity. We appeal to him to take a moral position to recognize 2.3 million civilian residents trapped in Gaza under the attack of the Israeli forces from every imaginable type of modern weaponry, to call for a ceasefire. All these calls and the calls from the world community fell on deaf ears. Shame, 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 shame. As the images of the genocide increased, he dehumanized the Palestinians and dismissed their suffering. He denied the dead Palestinians the right to be acknowledged as dead. Shame! 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 He insisted that there should be no ceasefire. The State Department asked their staff not to talk about this de-escalation. We have discovered the language that President Biden understands, and let me share it with you. The language that President Biden and his party understand is the language of votes in 2024 elections. And our message is no ceasefire, no votes. 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 No votes in Michigan. No votes in Arizona. No votes in Georgia. No votes in Nevada. No votes in Wisconsin. No votes in Pennsylvania. No votes in Ohio. No votes for you anywhere. If you do not call for a ceasefire now, after hearing this message in the past week and a half, and the fact that 66% of Americans support the ceasefire, the President, the Secretary of State, Democratic senators and representatives started to change their tone. We will make our voices heard more and more. In November, we remember. 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 A White House official told a friend of mine that the community has a short memory. A few months, then they will forget. And let me tell them, in November, we remember. In November, we remember. In November, we remember. So, Mr. President, enough is enough. Call for an immediate and unconditional civil ceasefire right now. Free